Captain Glover is hoping to entertain the house party, and in particular Miss Braund, by restaging the Battle of Trafalgar. He has a personal connection with Nelson's famous victory over the French.
As a child, I was told all about a distant relative of ours, Captain Blackwood, who was a captain and served with Nelson at the Battle of Trafalgar. And he was actually captain of the ship Aurelius, while not one of the ships involved in the battle itself. It was the flagship that gave sort of the important messages to tell the fleet where to go and where not to go. So that's sort of family connection, and I've got more and more interested in what actually happened and what went on.
A naval officer could make large amounts of money by capturing enemy ships.
Come in.
It was one of the few ways in which a gentleman could dramatically improve both his financial standing and his rank in Regency society.
Dear Captain Glover, we are writing to inform you that your prize of £50,000 has now matured. This is a reward for your gallantry in war.
Some news from London. A letter from my solicitor informing that my prize money has matured. A sum of for capturing a ship during the war. And so there's a sum of £50,000 sitting for me in London. Under the Cruisers and Convoys Act of 1708, a captain, if he captures a ship, and the captain and the crew would get 2/3 of the value. So it would be the cargo, and obviously the ship itself would be worth a lot of money. And it's been suggested that, seeing I've been so faithful and such a patron for the Tory party, that I should buy myself a title with it, a baronetcy. So I've already instructed my solicitors to proceed. Have a look at that.
That's brilliant.
Obviously, the status in the house is going to change. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on that and how it should be announced to the rest of your guests.
I don't know. I have to check it out. I think that. Oh, that's brilliant news. So that means that you're the second most important person in the house now, doesn't it?
Does that mean I get wine slightly quicker, or I can go horse riding whenever I want, or I'm not sure. Maybe need to.
Perhaps we could redecorate your bedroom.
I like the way it is. Perhaps
Okay.
you could give me yours.
No chance.
So we'll just keep that under our hats.
Absolutely. Wait till you get it, and then I'll announce it.
Excellent.
Glover's fortune of £50,000 would be the equivalent of nearly £2 million today.
You can buy me a bottle of champagne, dear boy.
Yeah.
Well done.
After the defeat of Napoleon, the arrival of the daily newspaper, always a big event in a country house, brought home the terrible carnage of the war.
Look, here's the wounded. Lieutenant General Earl of Uxbridge severely wounded, right leg amputated. Major General Cook severely left arm amputated. Fancy being at home and reading that. You know, being a member of the family or something and just getting...
It was the only way.
That.
Amazing
Progeny
losses.
lost,
Yes.
and, you know.
In the upper section of society, there would be in the next generation a great many spinsters.
Also pathetically concerned about the horses.
Oh, terrible. Terrible carnage. And the regimental farrier would cut off the right foreleg of every horse, the hoof, which was marked with its army number, so that you could tot up what your equine casualties were and what replacements your regiment was entitled to, the remounts.
And some people kept their hooves, and you have the for
Yes,
inkwells. And things. You see
yes,
them now, you get them in antique shops.
Horrific.
They're very moving. I
Very
find.
moving, very sad.
Master of the house, Mr. Gorrell Barnes, is setting out on his regular patrol of his country estate. With 6,000 acres, his property would have swallowed up smaller farms and whole villages, leaving most local people totally dependent on him. He would even tell them how to vote. But one day a year, he would give his tenants and servants a well-earned holiday.
Morning. I've got good news. We're going to have a fair on Saturday, and all the servants are having the day off. So from 12 o'clock on Saturday until basically you wake up on Sunday morning. So there's been no protocol from them. They will be as, you know, as we are to each other, if you like.
But of course we'll all be naked because we won't be able to get dressed.
Well, you have to help each other.
Oh, good plan.
Might want to practice undoing each other's corsets before the...
Apart from Christmas, this was the only official holiday a servant had in the whole year.
We're all really, really excited. And we don't have to wear our hats, and we don't have to wear our aprons anymore because there are marks of service, which is very exciting.
The summer fair was the highlight of the year, and for the men and women of the house party, this is a rare occasion to spend the day together. With everybody off to the fair, the house is an open invitation to burglars. Risky with so many desperate ex-servicemen roaming the land. These deterrents may not look that effective close up, but from afar they did give some impression there were people in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fair. We're going to have lots of fun games, lots of drinking, lots of fine food. So I just hope you all enjoy yourselves, charge your glasses and have fun.
Go!
Storming ahead! She wants that dress!
Every fair had a smock race.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
For the poorer women, this is more than a game. It would cost a maid 3 weeks' wages to buy enough material to make this simple dress. Miss Lisa Braund has personally embroidered it.
Go on, Jackson! Come on, chip it out now, Zach.
Let me show you blind, poor thing.
Yes, in your own time.
Another traditional game was climbing a pole covered in duck grease to win a flitch of bacon.
Come on, Zach! Come on, Zach! Yeah, that's right.
For the workers, living on vegetables with the occasional broth made from bones, a juicy cut of meat would have been a rare treat.
Come on, Jeff. Well done, Jeffrey.
For a few hours, master and servant are equal.
Head down, Carrington.
And here, for the first time, maid and mistress are allowed to mix socially.
Yeah, I'm amazing, still sort of smiling at us all. Sort of, you must work so hard. It's been a really lovely day because it's been a chance to just speak to the maids sort of as people, which is very nice, and they've let their hair down, literally. But yeah, you can't ever ignore them because you actually do feel slightly like they're the ones in control because we're all these just big helpless children without them. They dress us in the morning and send us off, and then at night they undress us and tuck us into bed. And I'll have my maids often leaning out the window going, "Countess, you'll get brown. Come inside immediately and put your bonnet on." So it's very much that kind of relationship.